class. And I'm not going to take up a lot of your time chatting at you. We're just going to hand it over to Rob, and he's going to take you through it. And thank you for coming.
Right on.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Don. Yes. Let's give a hand to SVA, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. You know, this is what we're talking about, right? Educational services, the services that they're doing, the marketing that they're doing. Susanna, the marketing director, if you haven't met Susanna yet, come on up, Miss Vanna White, Susanna.
Vanna White with the big hand.
All right. You guys ready to rock and roll today?
Yeah.
Who's ready to learn some stuff on marketing our business? Yes, yes, yes. All right. Who's heard of Facebook? If you haven't, you've been living under a rock, right? You know, one of the things, you guys, that we're seeing in today's online marketing world, this is an online marketing technology, right? Social media, have you guys noticed it's really taken over? I mean, it's taken over big time in everyday activities that we do, from big business all the way down to small business, right? So one of the things that we want to accomplish today is not just only learning how to do a little task, but why do we need to embrace social media today, and why is it so important that we really start utilizing the functionality of online marketing to, one, increase our local presence, and two, build our brand and capture leads. Does that make sense, you guys? Mm-hmm. So does everybody have a handout in front of them? You guys all have the handout? Okay, this is a reference guide. Feel free to make notes on this thing. We are by no means going to read this word for word, okay? But it's a great reference guide, and it's going to take us through the process of learning what we call our business pages or Facebook pages today. That's what today's workshop is. Building our brand with Facebook pages. Your page is really your brand, okay? So let's go in the overview. On the second page, we're going to get started on how we actually get started to pages. I'm going to bring up a couple of different tabs here. Let me get rid of this screenshot. By the way, you guys want a good screenshot? I'm going to move this out of the way here. A good screenshot technology for capturing screenshots, graphics, it's called Jing. J-I-N-G, right? Jing. Just Google that. It's a free download, because we'll be getting into that today. So there's three elements. I want to start off with just going over the three elements so you guys understand how the Facebook system works. Everybody's familiar with this one when we log into our Facebook homepage, correct? We're going to be working out of this. This is our homepage or our admin panel. This is what they call the main news feed. This is the news feed right here. So what's going to happen soon is Facebook is in the process of rolling out yet another change. They seem to do massive changes about once a year over the last 4 years now, right? They're going to do another big change. And one of the things that's going to happen is they're going to make our news feed a little bit wider, a little bigger, so the pictures and videos stand out more, right? They're going to collapse this section over here. This is our administrative tools that we're going to learn how to use with Facebook. And then over here, this is going to be our contact management and advertisements over here. So it's really a good change. You guys know recently, last year, a few months ago, they changed the second element of Facebook, which is our personal profile. So when you click on your name, you have home, and then you have your name. That's the home page, and then this is your personal profile page. Everybody familiar with that? Okay, so once you...
Makeup from Kiss?
What?
Is the makeup from Kiss?
Oh, no, that's the Joker from Batman, remember? We've been playing some poker tournaments lately. I got the Joker in there. But the personal profile, you guys remember a few months ago, there was some icons here, and this was all over the place. Now what they've done, they've structured it so all your information is on the left-hand column, and all the posts are on the right-hand column. So as you scroll down, we see all your info on the left, right? Places you've been, and sports and TV and music. And towards the bottom, it shows your activity, groups you're in, reviews and pages and applications that you have tied to Facebook, right? And then on the right-hand side are all your posts. Well, the third element of Facebook, what we're going to discuss today, is our business pages. And we're going to go into our business pages. Now, as you look at how the business page is currently rolled out, you'll see I have some about information over here, but I have both posts on both sides, right? Facebook is right now in the middle of rolling out a new look for this that's going to look just like our personal side. So all of our information is going to go on the left-hand side, and then our news feed, all of our posts are going to be here on the right-hand side, identical to our current profile page. Does that make sense, everybody? So that's what's coming, and it's rolling out now. How you doing today? All right. So when we start looking at why do we want to use a Facebook business page, two reasons stand out the most. One is posting business on your personal is actually against Facebook guidelines. So a lot of times we've been seeing, we actually had some nightmare stories where we've seen people's accounts just get frozen or deleted by Facebook because they're doing too much business on their personal. Anybody heard one of those stories before? Right? We've seen that happen with several people that are building their business with the personal, and they've gotten shut off, right? So that's terrible, because some of these people had 1,000, 2,000 people they're connected with, and then all of a sudden you just lost that amount of people, gone forever, right? So we don't want to make that mistake. So the right way to do business with Facebook is to do it on your business page, and then you share from a business page to your personal profile, right? And if you look at, most of us look here on our home page or our news feed or on our mobile phones today, okay? And here's a simple test that you can do on your own feed, because everybody's news feed is different depending on how many businesses you like, how many friends you have, how many groups you belong to, how many interest lists. There's lots of neat stuff inside of Facebook that you can get involved with, right? So everybody's feed is personal to themselves. If you start looking on your phone or you start looking on your news feed and you scroll down, you can kind of see what's going on here. A person, there's a person shared a group, there's a person, there's a business, there's another business, there's a group, there's a business, right? This is actually a sponsored advertisement. You see sponsored underneath it. So Universal Studios, every summer, right? They're starting to do a lot of sponsored advertising with Facebook, selling their memberships, and you can just see the different types of stuff in your news feeds. Okay. Now, let's take a look at page 2. Let's get into how we start looking at using a business page today. Oh, you got a handout? Let me grab you a handout here. Wow. There we go. Okay. Now, as we start getting to our business page, we just talked about the 3 elements. You have your home page, right? And that's where all your admin stuff is. You have your personal, then you have your business page. So 2 ways to get to your page, and this is often the most confusing element that's hard to understand, how you switch back and forth between a business page. So let's look at on page 2 and those first 2 images right there. The image number 1 on the left-hand side. When you are working a business page, or when you're an admin of a business page, well, let me state this first too. Every business page has an admin. An admin is always a person or a personal Facebook account. So a business page cannot work or function without a person being the admin of it. Make sense, everybody? Okay. So pages are administered by people. There can be multiple admins for one business page, meaning 2, 3, 4, 5 people can be doing different things with that same business page, being managers of the page. On the left-hand side, as you scroll down from your home page, you're going to see there's a lot of different sections. Now in mine, this first section is called our favorite section. I work a lot of lists and groups and different types of things in my Facebook account, right? As I scroll down, you're going to see you have pages. There's a section called pages. There's a section called groups. There's a section called friends, interests, apps, and you might have developers. Does everybody see those sections on your page? Everybody with me? Okay. Now to get to your business page, underneath the pages section, this is where you will see the pages that you are an administrator of. So if you are an administrator of a page, they will be listed here underneath this pages section. That's the first way to get to our page. So I have moved mine up to my favorites, and if everybody see this little edit icon right here? If you would like to move it up to your favorites, which I recommend, is you could just mouse over your page, click on the little edit icon, and there's a little verbiage that says add to favorites. You just click on add to favorites, and now it jumps up to the top, so it's always at the top when you log into Facebook. Okay? Everybody with me so far? All right. So from here, this is my page right here under my favorites. And by default, y'all have news feed, messages, events, photos. By the way, Facebook just updated the news feed. You now have a little drop down next to it where you can look at top stories or most recent. Most recent is chronological order. Top stories is the most interaction throughout your friends and pages that you like, okay? So comments, likes, shares, those types of things. So going to your page, the first way to get there is right through this link. And I personally recommend using this link, okay? Because when we talk about the second way to get to your page, it changes the dynamics of how Facebook works, and that's the confusing part, all right? So when you click from your home page, when you click on your business page, you saw how it took me into my business page, right? Now when I'm in my business page, look at the top right here. See where it says you are posting, commenting, and liking, this section right here? You're posting, commenting, and liking as Success for Your Business. Do you guys see that? This is telling me that I'm on my page, and I'm posting as my page, but yet up here, I'm still me. It's still Rob, right? The biggest reason for using the system this way is because now I can access all the personal people that I've connected with on my personal account, right? Because I am still me using my page. Does that make sense? I can access the people that I'm connected with personally. This is the confusing part, right? It's going to be less confusing as we go on today. Let me show you what I mean. In the Build Audience, so if I click in my admin panel, Build Audience, you're going to see it says Invite Friends and Share Page. Everybody see that?
That is different.
Okay, it's different. Yes, it is different.
This is awesome.
Yes, yes, very, very cool. So when I'm marketing my page, when I'm first launching my page, there is a lot of cool things that I can do to actually invite people and market my page, right? What I want to do is I want to be able to connect with the people, hey Terry, how you doing? With the people that I am already friends with on my personal side. So let's ask this question. How many of you have personal friends you're connected with on Facebook right now? Friends, right? Are all of them really all your friends?
No.
Okay, no. Okay, a lot of them are clients. A lot of them are prospects, right? A lot of them might be vendors and affiliates. A lot of them might be competitors, right? There's a lot of different people connected on our personal accounts. Our personal accounts allow us to actually classify those in groups. So I have all my groups or I have all my contacts on Facebook in groups, right? So I have prospects groups in there. So my prospects groups, absolutely I'm going to invite them to my business. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay. So through this way, now I can invite friends. When I click on Invite Friends, all my friends from my personal side show up, right? So I can start inviting friends here. Okay. Also, I have Share Page. When you share a page, a person shares pages with other people. So now I can come back and share this on my own timeline, or I could share it on a friend's timeline. I could share it into a group. So if I'm marketing in Facebook groups, I can share my page. Hey guys, come back and download a free report. Come back and enter to win. Hey, do you want to know what's selling in your neighborhood? Come back and get a free listing alert, right? You want to know what your home is worth in today's market? Come back here and get a free CMA. So you guys can do a lot of marketing throughout the Facebook structure. Does that make sense? But this way I'm tied to all the personal people that I want to share this with. Now, I'm going to show you the second way. That's the graphic on page 2. The other way is through this drop-down menu. And the drop-down menu is probably how Facebook started teaching people to get to their pages at first. So a lot of people, anybody ever go to their page this way?
Yeah.
Through the drop-down menu all the time?
I saw this all the time.
Okay, so watch what happens when I go to my Facebook page this way. I'm going to click on my page. Now, look what happened at the top. You see where it used to say Rob? Now what does it say? It says Success for Your Business. Now I am my page. Okay? Everybody see that switch? So when I access Facebook now, I am accessing it as a page. When I click back on my home, I'm not going back to the normal Facebook home that we log into. I'm going back to my business. See my business right here? Now I'm on my business homepage. Okay? So I can use the system now as my business. Businesses, business pages, talk to other business pages. They cannot talk to people. That's the biggest thing about switching as your Facebook business page. And it's also the most confusing, right? Business pages talk to other business pages. So what does that mean? I can go in to Facebook as my business. I can start liking all the other local businesses in my area, right? Let's say there's a local coffee shop. Let's say there's a local restaurant. Let's say there's local other business owners building their Facebook pages. I can now go in and like all of their pages as my business, and now I can start commenting and liking and engaging with those businesses as my business. So it has a business to business model to it, right? Does that make sense, you guys? So, for instance, I go back home, and as my business page, I have liked the Santa Clara County Association of Realtors Foundation, right? You guys don't know about that one? Really cool foundation they just launched, right? In San Jose, you guys, they were out yesterday cleaning up and everything, right? I can now go as my business, because I'm my business, and I can go and like it as my business, and you see that? Success for Your Business likes this post. It's not Rob liking the post, it's Success for Your Business liking the post. Does that make sense, you guys? I can comment now. There it is. I can comment. Now this is commenting as my business, not commenting as Rob. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay. So as a business, businesses can talk to other businesses. But I cannot talk to people. If I was to go back to try to find Terry in here, I wouldn't be able to find, right? Because I am now a business. The only thing I'm finding are other businesses in here, other pages. I lost access to all the personal people that are on Facebook. Does that make sense? Okay. So what I recommend, and to get back, you just simply click the Use Facebook with the drop down again, and use Facebook as yourself, and watch what happens. Now it's going to go back to me. Now I'm back to myself again using the Facebook system. So you can use the Facebook system in two ways. One as yourself and talk to people. One as your business and talk to other businesses. Everybody clear with that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
But in our business, we want to talk to people.
Not necessarily.
In your business, you want to talk to people and develop relationships. And let's talk about this. Are we in a relationship-based business, you guys? Real estate?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what I use my personal account for with the prospects on here? Developing personal relationships with prospects, with clients, with referral sources, with affiliates and vendors, right? I've used Facebook now in the last couple of years to get into a lot of other gigs that I do or get invited into other groups and organizations, right? By developing personal relationships. I do that on the personal side because you can't do that on the business side. But I market my business through the personal side. Does that make sense, you guys? Because marketing our business is ultimately our goal. We want to increase our business presence and capture business leads. You really need a business page in order to do that. Does that make sense? But it all works together. The whole Facebook system works together as one vehicle. It's just learning how to do it correctly, right? That's why we're all here today. Okay, so let's go through the homepage elements. Let's turn to page 3, you guys. On page 3, these are actually the elements of your business page. So when you get onto your business page, you're going to see it's going to look just like your personal sites. One of the first things you're going to notice is this piece up here. This is your cover profile, right? This is your, your cover image for your business page. So your cover image. This, just like on your personal profile, this is your logo or your business profile image. This is what goes with every post, whatever your business name is and the image that you have right here.
How come I get all this?
I'm going to talk about that in a second. Okay. So this is the first thing that you're going to see, or what consumers see. Now, you being an admin of your page, you see where it says admin panel up at the top here? So you have the admin panel, and then across over here, I have my admin functionalities that I can do because I'm an admin. Right now I have it closed, so this says show, right? Once I hit show, it's going to open up my admin panel, okay? Now I have my admin panel open. And in your admin panel, you have some different functionalities. You have posts and notifications. You have messages from people. People message businesses, right? So you have that, send a business a message. Any person can actually message a business. You have these kind of, I've been playing, or have been switching around a little bit. You might see new likes here, okay? And then you have a see all. or you might see something else if you're first launching a page. It might be promoting your business. It might be advertising to other people, right? You have something in here called your insights, or keep up with other pages. So a couple of features that Facebook's launching is some new analytics on the back end called Insights. And those analytics are made so we can see, oh, who's following us, who's online at certain times of the day, what are the best times to post for a business page on Facebook, right? There's a lot of good stuff that Facebook's coming out with. You guys know that Facebook's 10 years old, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Mark Zuckerberg just turned 29 years old, right? He did an interview recently about the next 10 years and where Facebook is going in the next 10 years. They are not stopping. They are not giving away to anybody else, right? So with Facebook in the next 10 years, you guys heard they've been buying all these other companies, right? Virtual reality they just bought for another $2 million. They just bought WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp app, you know, for what was it, $10 billion, you know? They just bought these companies that are the next level of technology that people are going to be continuing to use all the time. They are interfacing with it all. The video stuff that they're doing, really amazing what they're doing. So our business page really becomes our business connection hub, because Facebook is where consumers are hanging out more than any other network on the planet. And I don't know if you guys saw the news last night. Anybody hear about Twitter? Twitter, anybody? Right? Did you hear about it? Twitter is changing their whole format. It looks just like Facebook.
Really?
It looks just like Facebook, identical. The posting, the pictures, the left-hand side, it's becoming Facebook. I mean, it's amazing, right? So everybody wants to be like Facebook. So trust me, Facebook's not going away anytime soon. Get starting now, building your presence and your business brand. Over the years, you can do some really amazing stuff with using Facebook as a marketing tool. So over here also we have invite friends, okay? Now, because I'm still me, Rob, using my page, I can invite friends, right? So I have friends here. If I'm my page, you will not see that invite friends. Now, let me show you something else. As we go through the different elements, so that's your admin panel. As we scroll down, underneath our admin panel, we have a little bit of verbiage right here. Now this is changing. This is rolling out right now. This whole thing is going to be changed to go like our personal page. So these icons right here, these are going to go away. These are called our business applications. These are like Facebook pages. Your business page is really a public website. It's actually a public blog. It's what they call a microblog. So Facebook business pages are just kind of like a public website, right? A public blog. And they call them a microblog because it has the functionalities of people subscribing to you. When somebody goes, you start marketing your page, what do you ask them to do? Hey, like my page, right? Become a fan of my page. That is people subscribing to your business feed. Now they see your content on their news feed, right? So it's causing visibility. It's branding you, giving you brand visibility. That's one of the most important things in the Facebook culture right now, is getting more brand visibility on your business. Make sense, everybody? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is how we do it. So as we scroll down here, now these are changing. These are going to be, the pictures are going away, but the functionality is actually going to work really nice. So your business applications are going to move to the left-hand side. Your about information and all your information for your business is going to be in a single column over here on your left-hand side. Your posts are now just going to be on the right-hand side, just like our personal account. This is kind of fun. There's a section in here in your business page. This section, this little section right here is tied into your personal account and how many of your personal people you're connected with on the personal side of Facebook, how many of those people actually like your business page. So kind of have some fun with this. If you know you have, let's say you have 500 connections on your personal side, and half of them, 250 of them are prospects, how many of those friends do you actually have over here that like your business page?
Not
right?
enough.
Let's say you have 100 of them. That means you have 150 prospects on your personal side. You can start inviting and really marketing to, hey, come and like my page. Sign up for updates. Come and do this, right? All your business marketing that you're doing. So have some fun with it. I like to have some fun with this. I currently have about another 300 or so that I want to make sure I get over to my business page. So I play a game with that, right? This is social. Let's have some fun too. And then the rest really is just posting, you guys. So all your posting that you're doing. And you'll notice one of the things that Walmart right now, Walmart is the king of Facebook. There's been a lot of studies and case studies with Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. They are, you guys might have seen they're sponsoring their new delivery service. They're now delivering groceries. You guys heard about that? So you heard about that, right? That's all over Facebook right now. But Walmart is the case study for a lot of top pros on Facebook right now because they've blown up. They've gone to 40 million fans, right, in a very short amount of time. And how do they do it and how fast that they're growing? They're posting different content, different calls to action, different stuff that engages community. And it's really a really neat case study because they do it at all different times of the day. They post between 5 and 6 times a day, right? 5 and 6 times a day, but they do it from early morning throughout the mid-morning, afternoon, late afternoon, into the evening. And so they hit all the different people that are looking at Facebook at the different times, right? And they get massive engagement on their site. But what you want to post, so when we come into looking at posting and going through posting, you really want to make sure you have a balance of content. Because over the last few years, Facebook and the real estate industry really started hitting, kind of just getting started in 2011, right? I got a ton of calls at the beginning of 2011. Okay, what's this Facebook thing? How do I use it? 2012, it really started, okay, we're using this thing now, right? And it's now starting to get in our face every day. By 2013, everybody knew Facebook's not a fad. It's not going away anytime soon. How do we use this thing? Because other agents are getting business from it, right? We're getting referrals. We're getting prompted. We're getting stuff happening, making things happen. So using the system is really coming down to a community type platform where we are engaging with community. And I'll tell you guys, I've seen a lot of agents fail miserably because they're treating this as a real estate website, right? You guys have your real estate websites already. Come and trying to build another real estate website on Facebook, actually in my opinion is a big mistake because most of them we have seen fail miserably because that's not what the community is interested in. A lot of people have gone in, okay, now I got, hey, find me on Facebook, here's my real estate stuff on Facebook, and all you post is, hey, I got a new listing, I need a buyer, hey, I got buyers wanting property. And people that aren't interested in real estate right now, why would I go and like that page, right? Why would I go and engage there? Because that's not interesting me. Okay, so think about the communities you serve and start posting content that's interesting to your community. Not just people that are ready to buy and sell real estate right now, because that's a very small percentage of your community, right? Only a couple percent maybe. So what interests my community? How can I build relationships and rapport and value to them so when they're ready to purchase real estate, they're going to call me? Does that make sense, you guys?
Yeah.
That will change your whole dynamics with working on Facebook or any social network for that matter.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
Hopefully it's not just me, but
That's me.
when you're trying to find engaging content to post, because I know we all get busy and then we're thinking, what do I post today? And you don't want to just put junk out there that you have to delete somebody's,
Right.
So what would you suggest that?
Great question. So, content to post. I know these are hard to see up here, but I actually have these folders, and I do different folders up here with my actual content. So have you guys heard of content curation? It's kind of a big word out there now. So you're curating content, meaning you're gathering all your content up. So because social requires a lot of posting of content. So create a bookmark. Get your CAR, NAR, your San Jose Mercury real estate section, San Francisco Gate section, Inman News, DS News, Foreclosure Radar, all your blogs that you like, plus all your Washington Journal, right, your New York Times, your Wall Street Journal, all your different websites, MSN, Yahoo. There is a ton of content out there. So find the right content that you enjoy, that you like, bookmark it right into a folder, and you can actually subscribe. The other thing I do as well is I'll show you here on your email. So in your email, if I show you my email right here, I have all these folders in my email. These are all from, content resources that I've subscribed to their newsletters, so I'm getting the content delivered right to my email. And I put them in separate folders so it stays all nice and organized. So now I can go back and look at any of the content that I want. Some of it's motivational, right? From the top motivational guys, the John Maxwells and Coveys and Ken Blanchards of the world, right? Some of it's real estate related for real estate info. Some's tech related. I do a lot of tech stuff, right? So whatever your passions are and what you like, make sure you go through and curate your content so it comes to you very easily, or so you can get it very easily, because you want to be able to take that and just simply reparse it, post it, copy and paste the link and post it. That's your post for the day, right? That's your visibility for that time. Every time you post on Facebook, you are getting visibility. Does that make sense, you guys? Think about how many people comment or like or see you, or when you're at an event with other people you're friends with, oh, I always see you posting on Facebook. You're always posting great stuff. You ever get that? You ever see that, right? It's amazing how much visibility we're actually getting. As a matter of fact, Stanford did a study a couple of months ago that we get a ton of visibility. They're talking about 30% of visibility. You can Google Stanford Facebook study that they did. There is a ton of visibility that we get. Just because people don't like or comment or engage with you, they're still seeing you. And our subconscious mind works just like advertising. Why do you think they advertise over and over and over again? So it gets in our subconscious. Facebook's the same way. The more you post, that's visibility. Now, the more they see your business, that's visibility in their brain. Does that make sense, you guys? Posting is all about our visibility in the community we build. Is it important to build a community today, guys? Absolutely. Yes.
So what I did the other day, which just kind of came to me, but it turned out to be a really good thing, is that I actually wrote who lives in the Santa Cruz Mountains, because I live and work in the Santa Cruz Mountains.
Nice.
And I took an artist simply because he had artwork on his website and he's someone I know, but his artwork made a great post. And I just wrote
Beautiful.
a 5-little-line blurb about this artist who lives up there. And it said that, what is the stat? 915 people saw the post.
Right on. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And of course, the best part is I asked his permission first, so then he knew I was cross-posting on his page, and his brother might be buying a place.
Nice. Yep. Right? Referrals.
So, I mean, like if you're working in a particular area, featuring a business who also has a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great example.
But
You know.
asking their permission first gives you a reason to call them.
Yeah, love that.
Now I want to give you guys a page also. So write this one down, facebook.com/pages. This is a neat little site. And it's kind of hidden because they don't really market this site a lot. When you're first creating a page, if you don't have a page yet, this is where you want to go and create a page. If you already have a page, or anytime, even if you don't have a page, you'll want to go to this section. This is a very cool section. Check out what this does. This has top suggestions for you of pages for you to like, okay? So based on how you're using Facebook right now, it creates top suggestions. It has invites. So it has recent invites. I'll give you a little number, how many pages you've been recently invited to, and then it keeps a list of all the pages you've invited to, right? Today with the people I'm interacting with, I've been invited to over 100 pages, right, in that thing.
Should you like those as yourself or as your business?
As yourself, well, it depends, right? I like some of them as myself. I like some of them as my business that work well with my business, or that's a good referral source for my business. So on those, you make a choice, right? Which ones you want to like as your business and interact with as your business. You have one in here that says local places. This one is really cool, and this one is the one you want to really look for what local businesses are there, and then maybe make the determination if I want to like those with my page or not. So this shows me all my local places. I live in Gilroy, so it's pulling Gilroy from my profile, and it's showing me all the businesses in Gilroy, right? Then it has entertainment, music, news, your pages, and then create a page right here. So this is where you can actually go and create your page and walk through the steps. Facebook's really good at walks you through the steps. You can have as many pages as you want, right? You can create as many pages as you want. I want to caution you on creating a lot of multiple pages. We used to, when Facebook first started with their pages, we used to have agents come to us and say, oh yeah, I want a page for San Jose, I want one for Los Gatos, I want one for Saratoga, right? And so now you got 3, 4, 5 pages that you're trying to manage and market and build. Nobody built anything, right? Way too much work. You really want to concentrate on one page and put your efforts in building your brand through that one page. You can create what they call applications or sub-pages of that page. Think of a website. You have a lot of sub-pages, right? But you got one top-level domain. That should be your main business page. Then you can market your products and services and everything else underneath your page. I've had lots of agents that are selling jewelry or selling health shakes or selling something else, right? You can market those on your main page if you structure it correctly. Does that make sense, you guys? And you'll save yourself a ton of extra work trying to build all these multiple pages. Okay? All right. So let's look on page 5 and let's go to our admin panel. On our admin panel, you're going to see up at the top, we have just a few things right here. And these are really great that help you build and walk through everything you need to do with your business page. So the first one is Edit Page. If you click on the Edit Page, you're going to see you're going to get a drop-down menu, right? On that drop-down menu, these first 3 right here, Update Page, Edit Settings, Manage Admin Roles, those all take you into the same section. Doesn't matter really which one you click on, you're going to go into the same section. So I'm going to start with Edit Page Info. When you first launch your page, or if you haven't given your page a checkup lately, you want to go into this section and make sure all your information is correct about your business. Add any new awards you've been, any designations you've recently got, anything that's new, you want to update this section. Your calls to action, your websites, your other social sites, anything in here, you want to go through this section. So this first thing, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. The first one is your name. So this is the name of your page. And I always get this question because if you put a local city, you put real estate, you put your company name in there, you know, if something changes or something happens and you move or you go somewhere else, you lose everything you've done on that page. That page is no longer valid, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to really think about your Facebook business name because this is your brand into the community. Okay, this is how you're branding yourself into the community. Now think about your brand. You're not building another real estate website here. You're building a you in the community, and I love servicing our community. Hey, you need a mortgage? No problem. Call me. I'll hook you up with the right people. Hey, you need a this? You need a roof? You need a this? Right? Whatever it is. You're the brand. You're the guy that they're the go-to guy, right? So you want to build a lifestyles and living, right? You're living in Silicon Valley type of thing that encompasses what community offers, right? So you're going to be educating everybody. And that's something we've seen quite a bit because you want to think about this. Just don't throw something out there and throw something out there, right? This becomes your brand. I've seen that happen a lot, and people never build those pages. You want to give this some thought because this becomes your community business brand. Make sense? This isn't your real estate website. This is your community business brand where you're going to be driving a lot of traffic back to your real estate site. Does that make sense, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put my phone number in my name.
Your phone number in your permanent name?
Yeah.
Okay. We see that a lot on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah,
that's
where I got it from.
That's a good LinkedIn strategy. If you don't mind your number being out there to everybody, cool, right? Right? Absolutely. Definitely. Okay. The second one is your Facebook web address. Now people get confused here too because your business name is the name of your page, right? That's what people look up, the name of your page. The Facebook web address is the actual domain name. That's the www.facebook.com/whatever you said is your business name. Now there can be only one. So if you wanted Silicon Valley Home Life, right, and you did facebook.com/Silicon Valley Home Life, it's already taken, right? So you can't have that. You can only be one domain. So you want to think about your page name and your domain name, and a simple way to check is just go and type it in, facebook.com/whatever you're thinking. If it doesn't appear, chances are you can get it. If it appears, it'll go right to somebody else's business page. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay. And then just go through these. So categories, one of the categories, if you want to make a little note that seems to work best for real estate agents, entrepreneurs, sales professionals, is companies and organizations, consulting and business services. That's the category. There is a real estate category, but they're going to ask you for your parking information, your business hours, those types of things, more of a brick and mortar type store. They also use the address from here to check in. Anybody ever check into a place on Facebook, right? Foursquare, checking in, those types of things. The business address is pulled from here if you're a retail store to actually check into, okay? And then you have your description, short description, long descriptions, missions, founded, awards, products, services, all your contact information. And that's it. Just go through this one whole page and make sure you got all your information that you want to share with the world. Remember, these are all public, right? Business pages are public. You have very little settings where you can hide things from the general public. They're just like a regular website. On your personal side, you got all kinds of settings. You can hide whatever you want, right? But on the business side, it's public. It's a public website, okay? All right. Now we have a couple other links in this section. So all you need to do is go back and forth through all these links. You have general. General gives you a little bit of settings. This is the posting visibility, right? Is your page published? You can unpublish your page until it's ready to go. Anyone can post to your timeline. Now on your business page, there's a certain section. Let me show you this section, what this is. This section right here is made to protect you. So this little section, this is what it means by anybody can post to your timeline. We want interaction. We want people commenting. We want people liking. People that actually go to your page and post, we don't want that going out to all of our fans, right? Because then anybody can come and spam anybody. So what happens is, it's got this own little section when people actually post to your page that'll go into a section and you're notified somebody posted on your page. But it does not go out to all your fans, okay? So that's a good thing. It protects us. And then just going through some of these things. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? Common sense type things. Posts to page, targeting, messaging. People can contact my page privately. That's the private messaging system. Notifications. How do you like to be notified? Do you want an email notification? Do you want them just showing up here? Do you want them sent to your phone? So lots of ways you can be notified. How you want to be notified. You have profanity filters in here. Cuts off any swear words, those types of things. So you can set up a profanity filter. Replies, merge pages. If you do have a bunch of duplicate pages, like you created a bunch of pages and they're really all the same thing, you can actually come in and merge those pages together now. It's kind of a neat little function.
What does that do?
All it does is merge them together, and you have a top level page, and the other ones disappear.
So what if you have a personal page that you've been using for business, and now you want to create a Facebook page, and can you merge those two?
No, cannot merge a personal with a business. Cannot, okay? Now, we've seen this a lot. Anybody have a duplicate Facebook account in here? Personal, right? You got two because you created a second one for thinking you're going to do business on it. So what we've done there a lot of times is you can't actually merge those anywhere. So what you want to do is pick your duplicate account or your business personal account and start inviting everybody there. Create a couple events, create some buzz around that saying, hey guys, we just launched a real business page over here. I'd like for you to come and join our business page over here. This one's going to be going away in 2 weeks, right? So you can market everybody to come and join you over here. And lots of ways to market them. And if you have multiple pages and you're not using one, this is where you can also delete your page in this section. Then you have the other sections in here, admin roles. We talked about the different admins. You can have different people being admins of your page, and there's different types of administration structures. Then you have apps and suggested edits, featured, mobile. So kind of just go through these, you guys. By default, everything is set up for you to rock and roll on your page. You don't ever have to go in these sections if you don't want to, and your page will work perfectly. But there's some other options in here that you can investigate and go through. Does that make sense, you guys? Okay, so that's the stuff on page 5. We're going to go back to our admin panel, and we're going to look at the next sections under the edit page on page 6. You have an activity log, ban users, and you can also switch back and forth to become your page right from here as well. So if you ever lose, your directions inside of Facebook, just simply go back here and you can go back and forth. Always click on your home page to see where you're at, right? To start over from scratch. The activity log is kind of cool. One of the things with the activity log is it shows you all the interaction from everything that happens inside of Facebook. So you can see everything that's going on, right? Remember that I just liked that picture on Santa Clara County's Foundation? It's tracked. It's there, right? So everything in your activity log. We're going to learn a feature today which works with your activity log, which is really, really cool. And it's called our scheduling feature. We can schedule posts. So today, I can go in today and I can schedule my posts for the whole week. I can schedule them for the whole month. I can go in right now and I can schedule calls to action every 2 weeks for the next 6 months. Okay? So what is your home worth? What's selling in your neighborhood? Sign up for my newsletter, right? Calls to action that get people to jump into my business. Does that make sense, you guys? So that's really the cream. The rest is building rapport and relationship and building your brand. And then the calls to action. So many times we forget to add the calls to action for business, right? Because it's like we're scared to, or we're afraid to, or we just don't really know how to do it correctly. So this is the right way to do it. We want to schedule calls to action for our business. We're going to come back and work with our activity log. So in the middle of page 6, let's go back to the admin panel. We're going to jump over to the next one called Build Audience. This one's really cool, especially when you're first starting and launching your business page. This is where we're going to go in and we're going to actually implement a big chunk of contacts. Let's say you have 100 clients, contact records in your real estate system right now, right? You can export them and then you can import them right into Facebook right here. You can import actually up to 5,000 clients, 5,000 contact records in one file, all right? So if you have a couple hundred, a couple thousand, you export them from your other systems and you import them right in here through this invite email contacts. Now when you click on email contacts, you can also see there's some other systems in here. So if you're using AOL, if you're using Outlook, if you're using MailChimp or Constant Contact, you can automatically sign in to those accounts through here and it will go get all your contacts and automatically invite them for you. Okay, how cool is that, right? Pretty neat little system. If you have your own contact files, like from your real estate system, you export them from that system, turn them into what they call a CSV file or an Excel spreadsheet, right? Then you're going to come in here and upload contact list. You save it to your computer, then you just browse to where you save that file, and it will upload them and invite all those contacts to come to your business page. Now, how it works. Facebook knows everybody's accounts by their email address, right? That's how you're tracked in Facebook, by the email address that you use. So if there's an email address that matches a Facebook record, it's going to go and send them, hey, you've been invited to come and like this page. You guys get any of those? People inviting you to pages, right? It's very common today. If it does not know or recognize the email address, it's going to send you a regular email to that email, right? Just a regular normal email saying, hey, you've been invited to come and join this page. Sign up and create your Facebook account and come and like this page, okay? Because it doesn't recognize the email. So either way, those clients all get prompted to come and join your page, okay?
I need 2 people to like my page to hit 100.
Oh, right on. Okay, let's do that today. All right. The second one, you guys, is the invite friends. The invite friends is just a really simple link that's just going to load all your friends from your personal site. And you'll see coming down here, and if you just start scrolling down, it's just going to keep loading, and it'll keep loading, and it'll keep loading till it hits all your friends down here, right? And it'll just keep loading. See how it's just keeping loading? So it's a very simple page, just keeps loading, right? As you scroll down.
You actually have to click to say invite. Yours all say.
And then you have to click, yeah, because there's like, you know, some of them that haven't invited yet, right? So
You're saying
you'll
that's
just find those.
a way to do it individually rather than...
Way to do it individually. That's one way to do it individually, okay? The next way to invite through here is your share page. Now the share feature, we went over the share feature in the previous seminar, but on this share feature, become a rock star at sharing things on Facebook. Another thing to post, there's so much content on Facebook, right? You don't even have to have your own content, and you could post a couple, 3 times every single day with other people's content. There's a ton of content. Sharing content is one of the easiest ways to post content, right? This particular case, we're sharing our business page. So see how it attached the page, right? So now I can come back here and I can share on my own timeline something, get ready. Boom. Lots of exciting things happening this summer in our community. I'm just coming up with something here. Community. Oops, if I could spell right. Right. Come and join us. Come and join us. Join us. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Little happy face or something, right? You can also include special characters. You can include some different things that make your post stand out. I like doing that as well. Happy faces, those types of things. So this is saying right now, I'm writing my own commentary, right? It already attached to my page, and now where do I want to share it? In this case, I'm sharing it with my own timeline, right? I could also share it on a friend's timeline. I could share it in a group marketing. Some groups have thousands and thousands of people that I belong to some of these groups. I could share this into groups, so a lot of people that I'm not connected with can see this, right? On other pages or in private messages. Again, that's where private messaging, you're building relationships with people one-on-one. So if I private message you, it's just between you and me, right? So I hit share, and now that just shared it to my timeline. So I just prompted people, hey, come and join us over here, right? With a very simple one. I can go back again, hit share page. Now I can come in here, and let's say I wanted to share it in a group. Now I know the group. I put in a group name. Come and join our FB family and enter to win, right? Something like that. Boom, just shared it to a group, right? So now I can come back again, share. Now I'm going to share this one to a personal friend, right? In a private message. If I bring you up and use you, Terry, as an example. Okay.
My personal page, I think.
This is Terry. Right. Hi, Terry. Right. I'm going to put yada, yada, yada. Because you're in the class, you know what that means, right? Yada, yada. Okay. Share. All right. So now it's a personal message that just went back and forth between Terry and I. All right. So you guys see how you can share just in a couple seconds. I shared to a group that's got a bunch of people in it. I shared to my own timeline. It's got a bunch of prospects in it, right? And then I shared to a person where I'm building a personal relationship with. See how awesome that share feature is, you guys? Okay? Now think about that. Here's a rule. I'm going to give you guys this rule right now. We have something we like to preach on called the power of two. And it's a really rock star rule for building your business every day. Is building your business something you guys want to do every single day?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right? How often do we not do it every single day, right? So if you just implement the power of two, the first two is post twice every day. Once to your personal, once to your business, okay? Visibility, visibility. Keep your visibility going in your communities. The second two is invite 2 new people to join your business community every day or your personal, okay? Always growing your network. Is that important to always grow your network, you guys? Always grow your network. And the third two is engage with 2 prospects. Ask for business, right? Engage with 2 prospects every day. And something amazing happens. You just start drumming up activity. You start uncovering referrals and people who know people who have needs, right? Because you're out there engaging and prompting and asking for business. And it's phenomenal. That's 10 new prompts a week to connect with people, and that's 10 new calls to action a week with prospects. You think that 10 a week would do something for your business, you guys? And honestly, it'll take you half an hour a day. So you know what? Schedule it on your calendar, because this is for your business, and this is where people are hanging out today. It's important that we learn how to online market and build online. Make sense? All right, cool. So let's go to the next one on page 7, because we want to get into posting.
But yeah, I guess you could schedule that. Just one day you spend an hour and then you schedule your post.
Actually, you could schedule your business posts, right? And you definitely want to schedule your calls to action. Here's a couple strategies I use to schedule all the time. One is holiday weekends. I'm off with my family and my new grandkids, you know, and hanging out with my wife, right? I don't want to be stuck in front of the computer working. So I'll go on, maybe if there's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or a Monday off, I'll go in on Thursday evening. I'll schedule the whole weekend full of posts. I'll schedule the Happy Easters. I'll schedule the articles I'm sharing, the motivational quotes that I'm putting up. I'll write 5, 6, 8 posts for that 4-day period. And I'll schedule those. Now the system's working for me. Now my business visibility is still getting out there through the holiday weekend. And I'm off having fun with my family. Is that a good idea, you guys? Right? Okay, so we'll learn how to schedule. We're going to go into that next. The other time I schedule stuff is on a monthly basis. I'm going to go in and I'll schedule several calls to action. And I recommend that for you guys, at least 2 to 3 calls to action. According to the CAR's, buyers and sellers profile, right? The sweet spot is 2 to 3 times a month. You want to be in front of clients asking for some type of business. So schedule, same thing here, online marketing. Schedule 2 to 3 calls to action per month, which a nice graphic and a nice post with the link driving them where you want them to go, right? Hey, do you want to know what's selling in your neighborhood? Have a nice graphic of what's selling in our neighborhood, right? And then have the link back to your app or back to your website with your listing alert program, right? Or a market snapshot or something. Now you're asking for business. Hey, you want to know what your home is worth in today's market? Big graphic. What's my home worth in today's market, right? Verbiage, link, driving them back where you want them to go. Last year, Facebook was the #1 vehicle that drove more traffic back to traditional websites than any other vehicle on the planet. And I mean by 300 times the closest one, right? Facebook drives a lot of traffic, you guys. It's up to us to drive them where we want them to go. Make sense? Okay, so those 2 scenarios. So let's get into posting. Posting, if you scroll down on your business page, is just like our regular personal. They got the little post right here, status, photo, video, and then they have the offer, event, and the little plus sign.
I don't have offer event on mine.
You won't have a good point. You might not have offer. Offer comes later after you've got some usage going with your business page, okay? It might be 100, might be 200 fans you get there, okay? So if you don't see offer yet, Facebook's also talking about changing the way that they're doing the offering. Offerings more, you're gonna see people are selling something. People have a discount or a coupon, right? You might wanna offer, I've seen this, where you might wanna offer a free home warranty with purchase, or free inspections, or free something, and you use that as a sponsored advertisement. So offering costs you some money, you guys, right? That's an advertisement, okay? If you click on that though, you should see event and you should see milestone, right? So those 2 things. Events, great way to market your business and services and products, your open houses, your first-time home buyer seminars, any types of workshops and seminars. Create an event, right? How about a community event? What's going on in the community? The wine walks that are out. There's a ton of stuff going on this summer. This is the perfect time to get in and start really building your business brand, right? Because you can have events. You can have an event almost every week over the summer with all the different activities that are going on in our community, right? We have Relays for Life. We have wine walks. We have, the dine and dinner stuff. I mean, there's a ton of different things.
What happens when you schedule an event? Does it just appear as a post, or does it create a calendar? I mean, what happens?
Events appear as a post, right? But then it's also, event marketing has its own little marketing structure to it, because you invite a bunch of people to the event, you post in the event itself. Everybody invited is seeing all those posts all the time, and it can go viral because now you prompt your referral sources. Hey, we're having an event. Who's going to go? Who's working on it? Now they go in there and invite all of their friends too.
Can you schedule event posts?
No. Oh well, yes, you can. You can schedule any post. You can't schedule to create an event. Okay, so you have to go in and create the event, and then you could schedule posts every couple of days highlighting your event, different things that's happening in the event, right? And driving them back to the event.
I'm just kind of wondering, like, if you know that some organization does some barbecue on the first Saturday of every June, I mean, you can't schedule that out ahead of time. You have to wait until like maybe 2 weeks beforehand or something, and then.
No, you can schedule it up to 6 months in advance. So you can actually schedule 6 of those barbecues in advance that are going to post on the first of the month or something like that.
And then
right?
when will that post appear? I guess I'll wait.
Whatever day you schedule it for. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to bring up MSN, you guys. So, let's say I'm just going to bring in here, the Obama thing at Fort Hood, the guy that went and killed everybody, right? That's a big topic lately. So let's say I bring up this news story. Very easy to get your content, and this is a hot topic right now. So I can come back here and come into here and just do a regular post, right? So here's my posting. So your status, you just copy and paste the articles, and the articles actually get attached as the article. If there's pictures in the article, the pictures also get attached. So you guys see how that lays out right here, right? So here's the posting, okay? What I did is I went out and got a story, and you can get any story online, any website today, except for if it's a membership website. Like I've seen people belong to CAR, and the membership, they have some articles for you guys that are only for you guys. Don't try to share something where you're logged into a system because they won't show up for your public, okay? But any public articles, you just attach, it attaches a story. Now you can come out here and wipe this out, wipe out the ugly link, and put your own commentary in here, right? So whatever you want to say about this. You know, like, I'm not going to post this, but you get the idea, right? So posting is really, really easy. That's the status. The other status, I can always delete that article, and then I just have status. So in status, what have you been up to? That's just your text. That's whatever you want to say, right? That's the status part. Text and links. The photo, if you click on the photo, this is where you can upload pictures, photos, or one video. Facebook is going to have its own video section coming up. When you post a video on Facebook or upload a video to Facebook, it creates its own album. There's albums in the background of your business page and your personal page, personal profile. So the album section is a video album. It's also going to have a little feed on the left-hand side that's going to show your videos that you've uploaded. So uploading videos is kind of a new thing that's going to be up and coming for Facebook a lot. Have you ever seen in the news feed where videos just start playing automatically? You guys seeing that? You start scrolling through and all of a sudden a video just starts playing. Don't even have to click on play anymore. That's another new function of videos, which is kind of cool. Some people like it, some people don't, you know, but it plays your little videos instantly. We're seeing a lot of the Instagram videos being played. So one of the things with uploading videos, if you click on the upload photo or video, you can actually create albums of pictures, right? And albums really stand out. So if you have 10, 12, 15, 25 pictures, here's a good example of albums. Let's say you have a new listing coming up, and yeah, you have your 25 pictures on the MLS, right? How about going and getting some other pictures of the area, the streets, the neighborhood, what the sky looks like, the scenery in the background, and posting an album up on Facebook. Hey, got the new listing. Here's all the details of the listing. Check out the neighborhood, right? And now you can post an album of pictures around the neighborhood that nobody else does that kind of stuff. See what I'm saying? Unique marketing. The sellers are going to love it, and you're going to provide a lot of value for the potential buyers, right? How about when you're at an event? You guys go to business networking meetings, you guys go to other events, right? You go to community events, you go to Chamber of Commerce events, you go to wherever you're at. Start taking lots of pictures. Who's got one of these bad boys today? Smartphones? Mm-hmm. Anybody have a camera and a video camera on your phone today? No. All of us, right? Everybody. Start becoming a picture taker, okay? Create lots of albums because albums really stand out on Facebook. We had I'm part of NORA in Santa Clara County, and we had our last business building luncheon, and we just started launching a page this year, and there's 130 people or something of fans of the page in the last couple of months, right? I created an album of the last event, and we had 15 pictures in there, something like that. Well, I tagged a few people in the pictures. There was about 8 of us tagged, and that went out, and that got over 1,200 views through just an album. Albums create a lot of engagement with your community, okay? So get into pictures and albums. Very easy. Click on the upload photo, and you go right to where your pictures are. And I'll just, let's see. I'll just select some pictures. You come in here and just select a few pictures and hit open. And you'll see it'll start actually loading those pictures. So I selected pictures, it'll just start loading multiple pictures. I can upload one picture or I can upload multiple pictures. Right? I'm gonna reload without posting this. Okay. And you see how it uploads those as individual pictures. So it's pretty neat to load, pretty easy to load pictures. And these can be any pictures, right? Any pictures from your phone. And today too, you can also upload directly to your pages from your phone. There's 3 apps for your phones, you guys. The first app is your main Facebook app. You guys been seeing the little chat heads popping up, when somebody messages you, right? Little things. Facebook's really integrating with all the new phones being sold today. It comes standard with the Facebook apps, right? The second app is your Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is your email, right? Instant messaging. Messenger is your personal relationships, one-on-one or small group chats with people, right? Great for interacting with your buyers and your sellers, okay? And then the third app is called Facebook Pages. your Facebook pages. That lets you actually interact and have more admin privileges with your business pages. Okay, so you can directly upload to your pages and do a lot of stuff from your pages. Now for albums, same thing. You either upload an individual photo or multiple photos, and then right here when you click on photo video, the second link there is your photo albums. So if I did the same thing and clicked on photo album, and I went now and clicked on some of these same pictures and uploaded them, you're now going to see it's going to go into an actual album. So these albums, right, now I can come back in here and I can title the album, I can say something about the album, I can have links in there, I can have prices, I can do, you know, whatever I want in there. I can tag each individual photos if they're a picture of an event or something and I have people in there, I can start tagging photos. You can even tag photos that people aren't there, right? So if I wanted to come in here and tag, right, click a face to tag, I'd come in here and I could tag Terry. There's Terry, right? So it's time you, Terry. So I could tag Terry, right? So now I'm tagging Terry. So anybody I tag in this album, it's actually going to go on their personal account as well, which gives me more visibility on my business album. Does that make sense, you guys? So it really is a system to help you go viral, right? You can really start marketing your products, services, community events, things you're doing in the community. It's amazing what you can do with your Facebook business page because it's all coming from your brand. Now, when you actually create albums, you can give each individual picture, you can give their own section. Let's say if this was a house, this was the master bedroom, right? You can say some different things, master bathroom, you know, guest bedrooms and guest bathrooms and hallways and whatever you want to say. So you can get very descriptive and very much anything that you want about the different stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just post these. Okay. Now this takes me into my album section, and I'll come back from here to show you how that works. But now, here's the albums, right? So look how the pictures of albums stand out versus just a single. Now these really stand out in your news feed. Now as we're looking in people's feeds, or people are actually back in their home feed, right? Because people look on here, or they look on their phone. There's the post I did earlier. I shared that post from my business to my personal, right? Look how it shows up on the news feed. Comes out pretty nice. Nice picture, nice link, right? Going through. The album didn't show up here. Let me change this and see to most recent. And it's not there yet. There's one of the pictures that starts automatically, like we were talking about. Okay. So it's not there yet. So just because I posted it doesn't mean it actually shows up in the feed, right? The other one I just posted showed up. This one hasn't showed up yet. So it's the feeds work a little bit differently that way. But this gives a lot of visibility when you're posting albums, getting used to posting albums and tagging people in albums. I'm going to go ahead and just hide that from page, and I'll delete it later. Okay. That's the photos and the videos link. The next one is the offer events and milestone. Events, when you click on events, it also takes you to another section, and it just now you can start building your events. So any open houses, any trainings that you're doing, any community events. With the events, make a note, you want to at least do 1 or 2 events a month, okay? Because this is what really brands your business brand with your personal side. Because on the events, now we can start inviting all our prospects and affiliates and vendors. Could be an open house, absolutely, definitely an open house.
Like Willow Glen Street Fair, or does it need to be?
Yes,
Okay.
Willow Glen Street Fair. That will probably get a lot more interaction than anything else, because a ton of people from Willow Glen are going to go there.
Especially if it has
Now
a
you're,
photo from
absolutely,
last year's street fair.
definitely, yes.
Quick question. So when you're talking about the different apps, like I have a Facebook pages as well, but sometimes that kind of just confuses me. Do you recommend just kind of sticking with one, like just sticking with Facebook since it's becoming a lot more user friendly?
Well, you have your different apps. So your Facebook app interacts with your personal Facebook. Your Facebook app doesn't interact very well with the pages. Okay, so the Facebook Pages app, that's the one where you're actually interacting and administrating stuff on your page. Okay, so they're 2 separate apps and have 2 different purposes. Okay, but your main one for yourself is just, yeah, your regular Facebook one. Okay, so creating events, name your event, details your event, where the event's at, when it's going to have. If you're selling tickets to the event, like on Eventbrite or someplace else, you know, you have tickets. You post it right there. People buy tickets right from your events. I mean, it's really a neat little system for branding yourself in your community, right? Event marketing. And then milestones. I actually have a picture of the milestones there on page 7. What a milestone is, on your personal side, they call it a life event. For your business, right, they call it a milestone. When did you get your license? When did you sell your first house? When did you get your designations, right? And take pictures of all that stuff and post pictures back in here. Now with the milestones, you're going to see a date. When did it happen? You could go back and got promoted or got, whatever it is, right? All those different things. You can go back and set the dates. Anytime you backdate a post, it's going to go on your timeline. This is your timeline, right? Over here, there's this little timeline on both your personal and your business. On your personal, it's usually when you were born, right? Because you can't go before you were born. You didn't do anything. On your business, it's when your business was founded. So if you've been in the industry for 30 years, but you just founded this business, 5 years ago, you're done. You're stuck at the 5 years. You can go back and change your founded date to, I got in the business 30 years ago. And then include all your business journey for the last 30 years, right? Coca-Cola, if you do a search on Coca-Cola's Facebook page, they have an incredible timeline back to the 1800s, right? So, or whatever it is, and all kinds of milestones that they add on their timeline.
Can you get a summary of milestones on the page?
No, there's no summary. Yes, so it's just playing around and clicking around in it, okay? There is once you start scrolling down, you're going to see something pop up on business pages in here sometimes that'll give you a timeline up here, and you can play around with the actual timeline. Let me go out of here. Okay. All right. So that's the posting through here. There it is. So there's the timeline, and you could jump back in recent periods and different years and that kind of stuff. And it'll pop up once you scroll down a page. Okay, oops, like I just popped on that and it took me back to 2010. Okay, so that's really it with posting, right? Your content for your posting. Now before you actually, let me go back to status, before you actually post, this bottom row right here, this little clock, this first one, this one's your best friend. That little tiny clock right there, that's how we schedule our posts, okay? So when I click on that, it gives you the scheduled post feature, and it's very easy. It's just a calendar, right? So when do I want to schedule this? I click on the calendar. Let's say I want to schedule my post for this weekend. I'm going to click on Saturday, and the first post I'm going to do Saturday is going to be 9 a.m., right? And there's my schedule.
That is awesome.
Okay, very easy. Now I have my content. Let's say this one's a photo, and this one's a call to action. So I'm going to post a call to action. I'm going to go to my pictures, and I'm going to go to my calls to action. Let's say I'm going to post this one of what's selling in your neighborhood, right? So, or you're invited, or what's your home worth, right? So now I come back in here. What's selling in your neighborhood? I say, hey, want to know what's selling in your neighborhood? Yada, 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 right? I put my hot link to my web page, either my web page or my business app. So if I have my app in here, or if this was an enter to win, I come back in here, I could just copy and paste my apps, or get my short URLs. I have a lot of short URLs. You guys see those little tiny URLs, right? But now I got my content, I got my link in there, I got my graphic, and then, I thought I said, yep, schedule. So I'm going to hit schedule. Now it's going to tell me, cool, you just scheduled that post, right? And then it tells me after every one I schedule, I can go and view my activity log. So from here, if I want to go back to my activity log, now I see this post, right, is scheduled for Saturday, April 12th at 9 a.m. Okay?
How can you tell it's scheduled versus a regular time?
Because it's in the activity, and then it actually tells me when it's scheduled, right here, right? So if it's already posted, you won't see it here at all. You just be posted on your wall.
Okay.
And then from here, which is kind of cool, is now I can go in here. This is a public event, but now I can go in here for each post. right? And the hot links are always hot linked, okay? So any link you put in here, they're always hot linked. But now I can go and I can edit this post. Oop, I misspelled something. Oh, I wanted to add something else. Oh, I thought of something cooler to say, right? So I can come in here and now edit the post. I can publish it right now, or I can delete the post, okay? So I can edit it and say, oh yeah, I misspelled a word in here. Come back and change the word, right? New word, okay, done editing. Now it's done, okay, and it still goes out. So now I can come in here and start scheduling these 2 to 3 times a month at the beginning of every month. So on my normal calendar, the first of every month, I'm going to check my Facebook business page to make sure I got my calls to action scheduled for the month.
That's awesome. And
Does that make sense?
You can run ads, schedule ads on this too?
You can schedule ads, yeah. So there's advertising all over the place in Facebook if you want to pay money to use advertising, right? So there's some different types of ads you can do. So that is that's the scheduling post, you guys. You guys like that feature? Mm-hmm. Pretty cool feature, right? That is a time saver feature. Holidays, schedule your calls to action when you're just on vacations, right? Or even weekends. A lot of times I don't like, bother with it. On Fridays before I end my day, I'll go in and schedule a few things to post for me on Saturday and Sunday. Okay?
I'm going to have to leave early to pick up my son, but I have to tell you, I didn't expect to learn this much. You've been amazing.
Right on.
You've been amazing.
Thank you.
It's like I almost don't want to pick him up on time.
Brought to you.
Don't tell him.
Courtesy of SVA and Don Jessup over there. Yeah, baby. All right. Okay. So going through, let's go on to page 8. So there's another very, very cool feature for your business page. Let's say you're going to have an event, okay? Let's say you have an open house coming up this weekend, right? Today is Tuesday. So I came in here, I'm going to go back to my page, and I'm going to do a post. Let's say this post is, open house this weekend, right? Open home this weekend. I'm going to put my call to action in here, right? So I'm just going to go, I'm going to do what is your home worth, right? Something like that, okay? So now I got my post. So I'm just gonna post this, okay? So now that I have my post, this is called the pinning to top feature. When people actually go and visit your business page, one of the studies show one of their habits is they start looking at what kind of content you post, right? They're always gonna start with your top post. So this is called pin your post to the top. Pretty easy, right? So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to pin it to top, and we're going to see this little orange ribbon. See that little orange ribbon on that post, you guys? Okay. So on this post, that now means it's pinned to the top. So that post is going to be there for 7 days at the top, no matter what I post afterwards. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to post something after. I'll just post a motivational quote here real quick. Right? I like that one from Jordan. I'll come in here and I'll post it. Okay. Now that one's posted, but whenever anybody goes to my page and sees my page, see the post now is still on top. There's the Jordan post after. So anything I post for a week is going to go underneath my pinned post. So that way when I'm driving traffic here, first thing people see is my call to action, my event, my open house, my whatever that I'm highlighting or promoting. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that goes hand in hand with all your events. So right before an event, create your scheduled post, or this weekend, open houses, whatever, and you could just leave that up there and rotate it. After 7 days, automatically goes off and drops right back on your timeline on the day that you posted it. Okay? Any questions on that one? All right. This last section, and we're going to wrap up today. And this one is this one's going to go away. I don't actually have an open house, so let me delete this one real quick.
Can I grab that
Okay.
from your Facebook page, put it on mine?
You can. You actually have access to all of our post graphics, all the custom ones, because you're with us, right? So, all right. So let me know.
Somebody else's open house.
If they have the permission to
Yeah,
stay.
absolutely. Now these are all public too, so if other agents are bringing their clients to something, if they want to share, You guys do a great job on marketing and in your events too. I highly recommend create your own albums, put a link to the album. So, I was going to show you that real quick. Under your photos, every Facebook page has their photos. When you go into the photos, you have an album section. We covered this in the last one, but let me just talk about this. I use these albums in a lot of my email marketing. So a couple albums that I have, right? I take albums of events and different things, but a couple of these albums, we have custom Facebook lead capture applications. We have different holiday covers. We got professional business covers, right? As you're going through this. So in my marketing, I'll create an album of products and services and offerings that I do. And then in my email marketing, I'll simply grab the album and I'll put it in my email and I hot link the email back to the album, right? So now, hey, want to come and see these examples? Click here. And so I'm always driving people back here. Or I drive them back to a Facebook event. Or I drive them back to an application on Facebook where they can sign up to enter to win or download a free report, right? So you can use a lot of lead capture to build this system to drive traffic to your business. Does that make sense, you guys? And albums are really, really cool with that. So let's say you have you just took a listing. You're going to be marketing that listing for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Hopefully it gets sold, right? Create a marketing structure for that where you got all your different marketing plans and how you're going to market it, and really impress your sellers too. I mean, they're really, really amazed when you have this social marketing plan down for them. But you can use the albums for that. So the last thing today, you guys, on page 9 and 10 talks about these lead capture applications. And in my opinion, you really got to start thinking about how do I capture leads with this thing, not just putting it out there and never doing anything. You got to implement a plan of action to ask for business, drive them back to your landing pages where they prompt to fill out a form, right? Like your listing alerts. Listing alerts is a great example. These applications, they are getting ready to move over to the left-hand side. So this is going to change a little bit, but the way that they work is the same way. If you have the way it is right now, you have a drop-down menu. You click on the drop-down menu, and it's going to show you all the different applications that you have loaded on your system. There is some free applications that you can just find on Facebook, right? Or by searching free applications. Normally you pay for what you get, right? So most of them aren't that great and they're hard to work with. There's a lot of companies like us that create professional lead capture applications for you today. That's kind of one of the newer things, right? These are just landing pages with lead capture. So you can come in and think about your lead capture stuff. You create basic pages, okay? They're just like website pages. So when you go to your CMA form on your real estate website, there's a little bit of information. There's a form on there, right? Same exact way these Facebook applications work today. These only work on business pages. You can't create these on your personal. There are some personal applications, but they're not for business at all, right? On the forms themselves, just as an example, like here's an enter to win. I'm seeing this first, what they call a like gate. So this prompts people who haven't liked my page yet to actually like us, right? Because the little like button's out there. When they click like, they subscribe. That's what that is. And then the form itself, very simple form. Hey, enter to win, first, last, email, phone optional, then they enter to win. Go in here, get a response back. Hey, thanks for entering to win, right? That gets an email to you, those types of things. Now you have a lead captured. Now you have somebody that actually gave you their information. Now you can start marketing that person through email, or if they give you their phone, call them. Does that make sense? Right? So that's what the business applications are. And think about all kinds of different business applications you can do. We're not going to cover this intense. You can go through 9 and 10, page 9 and 10, and look at the how you actually work with these. But again, you guys, in the next couple of months, these are going to be moving to the left-hand side. So this is the way they work is still going to be the same, but it's going to be on the left-hand side, and the functionality will change just a little bit. Okay? Wrapping it up today. Been good information for you guys?
Awesome.
Yes, yes?
Amazing.
Okay. Here's what you want to do, you guys. Sit down and go through your marketing action plan. add how you use Facebook into your overall marketing plan, right? Even in your listing presentations and all that kind of stuff. But really start thinking about, how do I use Facebook for business? And my whole goal is to work my personal side of prospects, moving them over to my business brand, and start marketing my business brand, my business page, into the community that I service. Okay? I'd be happy to talk with you more about your own personal account, because this is what we do for you guys. But this was the basics of creating and working and learning how to use the page today. This is just a tool. Tools help you build your business. Systems help you get effective and efficient at marketing your business. Does that make sense, you guys? All right? Make sure you got your cards to Don over here. Thank you guys for coming today.
What you've done for us on our page.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Don. I know. Trying to go.
We're implementing all of this stuff, and it's starting to work, and it's looking really, really good. And we have a YouTube page that matches, where we have our weekly shows and that type of thing. And
so before you guys, I want you guys to come and like Don's page too. Have you got the marketing thing with on there yet? I know we're working on creating your marketing QR code. You can create QR codes back to your page, QR codes back to videos. QR codes are still pretty cool. But in your marketing, right, this becomes our connection hub. So we want to drive people here, because this is where you're connecting people with. So this is Silicon Valley Associates. Looks really nice, right, you guys? Okay. So, okay, we'll talk to you. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Going through, coming in, integrated cover, profile, business applications. And as you go down, and they're posting great content. So through different links through here, you're going to see their video shows coming up here. They're posting their videos, right? There's the video shows, and with videos on Facebook today, really, really cool. They just work right through, okay? So it actually shows the videos live right on your news feed through here. So the weekly show that we post on our YouTube channel integrates with your Facebook systems. So you create your whole marketing system to increase your presence, capture more leads, build your brand. Make sense? All right, so make sure you guys like Silicon Valley Associates.
Great, thanks for coming.
And thank you guys for coming.
We'll be doing another one. Every 2 weeks we have a seminar, and we're have Roger Paul Murray coming up in 2 weeks doing more business planning. They'll be right here if you want to come to that as well. Give me your card and we'll put you on the email list. I think most of you are on it already, getting our posts and that type of thing, but he's a dynamic speaker as well, and then we'll have Rob back in a couple weeks after that to teach some more stuff. Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you guys.